Welcome to episode 10 of the Good Boys podcast. Say hi, Bones.
Hello.
Hello. So,
Hello.
this is going to be an interesting podcast. Not only am I very interested in the topics that we're going to be talking about tonight, but we have people actually watching in the Discord. We have 10
Yeah, we
people,
have
which is
10
cool.
people. Look at them. They're all beautiful people.
We'll do it live. Fuck
Yeah,
it. We'll do it live.
Live.
Yeah. So, you guys are well, you're not watching us, you're listening to us, our great voices. I hope my mic is coming through accordingly.
Sounds good to me, boss.
Perfect. So, we are going to, we're still going to be ourselves. We're still going to, curse. So, if you don't like cursing, may as well stop listening now. But fuck, man, I am excited for this part. Okay.
Yeah, me also.
Yeah. So, first, Bones, you're not feeling too good.
I'm not. I'm fucking dying.
So you're basically the the firmware update of the chip did not go so well.
Yeah, I'm being spied by the government as we speak. I have received my second vaccine, and it took 2 hours, and it fucking sucks ass. I got a cough.
Gotcha.
But I woke up this morning with a major headache. I couldn't breathe, which was really weird. I had chills. I had all types of symptoms. I'm feeling better now, though, obviously, because I'm here. If not, I would have been fucking dipped on.
Yeah.
But
which I think is interesting because I got my second, update the other day too. And the only thing I got was some tenderness right at the spot where the injection happened, and that was it. So, I feel great. I had no other side effects whatsoever. So basically, get fucked.
Dude, fuck off. I feel like absolute shit, bro. I had like body twitches, right? Like I felt a twitch right on my like where your heart is, and I got fucking scared, dude. That was like a couple minutes ago, actually.
Oh.
Like before I joined, and it was fucking terrifying, dude. Like I almost shit myself.
Oh, nice. Well,
yeah, but like I went with my mom actually, and she's not feeling well as we speak.
Gotcha. Okay. Well,
yeah.
I hope you start feeling better. I hope everyone starts feeling better.
Thank you. Oh, and don't take the vaccine. The government's watching you.
Yeah, Billy Gates is trying to know where you're going. He wants to make sure that you only listen to Tame Impala.
Who the fuck is Tame Impala?
It's some popular music. I actually have never heard of Tame Impala, or I've never heard their music, but they're very popular is all I know. Or I think it's only like one dude. So yeah, but other than that, I am hoping that you're doing better or start to do better.
All right, I'm better. I'm better. Yeah. I'm good. I'm
so
vibing.
Let's just get into the paranormal shit, okay? So last episode we talked about our personal ghost stories.
Yeah.
And we were going
yours was terrifying.
Yeah, I had some weird ones, but we were going to talk about a different paranormal topic, and we never got to it because our personal stories ended up taking so long. We were going to talk about UFOs, so now we're going to talk about UFOs, basically, right?
Yeah.
So first of all, I think the same way that we started the ghost time last episode. First, we have to ask: do we believe in aliens? And you guys watching 100%. Or listening, put it in the chat if you do. So yeah, go ahead.
Yes. I saw a ship once.
Yeah. Oh, nice. Yeah. So I believe in aliens too, and the reason why I believe in aliens is because I have a hard time believing with how large our universe is that we are the only life forms, at least life forms as we know what life form is. It just, that seems so improbable that we would be the only ones.
The chances of us not being the chances of us being the only alien race, I guess, technically, is like fucking impossible, like you said, because us because aliens do exist, right? Because they recently did a study in the moon where they found bacteria in the moon. So I guess technically aliens do exist, if that makes sense.
Well, at least alien life, right? And
alien life.
And my thing too is, scientists have found remnants of water on I think Mars was one of the places, or at least signs that water used to be there. Um, so that's my thing is, one, my question is like, when we think about being the only life forms in existence, I mean, there's a possibility that there's life forms out there that we cannot fully understand, right? That aren't
Yeah,
maybe made up of what like you and I are made up of.
yeah. They
Um,
could be like big head ass aliens, big head.
yeah. I mean, do you think aliens are kind of like the classic, like, green or gray with
No,
the big head and the
no.
big eyes?
I think they're actually. I think they're humanoid, like more like us, but just like weirdly fucking like weird fucks, like weird looking fucks.
Yeah.
You know, like
Yeah.
I think they're like us but taller, just like
Gotcha.
really tall. Like I don't know. That's just my theory though. It's a theory, a film theory. But reason is because there's a well-written movie and it depicts like I guess true stories about aliens and it went around this whole family
Uh-huh.
and how the story was it was there was white aliens, black aliens, and gray aliens. Gray ones were like the okay ones, white ones were the worst ones, and I think the black ones were like semi middle ground, semi not. And they were saying how like they were very humanoid, very like us, but just like pitched, like their skin was perfectly pitched, like milky white, pure black, or like pure gray. You know?
Okay. Yeah, I can
Yeah,
understand that. I feel like I don't know if I have an opinion on whether one or the other, like what they look like per se. It's just I just have a hard time believing that we're the only ones, with how large our universe is. And plus,
universe.
I mean,
Yeah.
there was the whole shit about what the Navy or some shit.
Yeah, that was this week actually. The Navy found that there was a pyramid-shaped UFOs flying around like their whole warships, and
Yeah.
even the Pentagon confirmed it this morning that they were UFOs, which was fucking insane to me.
Yeah, and I think the one thing that people kind of get a little weird about, at least UFO wise, is I think they think that UFOs automatically means aliens,
Yeah.
and UFO stands for unidentified flying object. So
Mhm.
it could be, just from a foreign country that we've just never seen this type of ship before, that type of thing. But honestly, I think it's fucking aliens. I think I would love it if in our lifetime they would just come down and be like, yo, what's up? Y'all fucking suck. Like, we like recycle up here and care about our climate here. And, beam me up,
Are you
Scotty.
aware? Are you aware of that space needle that showed up a few years ago? It was like a rock, but it was like shaped like a giant spear.
No, you're not talking about those like monoliths from last year?
No, 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 no. Okay, so like a couple years ago, there was like a rock shaped spear
Mm-hmm.
and that was found in outer space orbiting around Earth. And when that
Hmm.
happened just recently actually they found out that that was actually fucking space junk. That means that it was dumped here by Earth like on purpose.
Huh. That's weird.
Yeah, so like we're pretty much the fucking dumpster fire. Dude.
Yeah. Yeah. So I think they're real. So this goes into, do you have any like personal like UFO stories?
No, but I my sister had one. That's a really
Okay.
creepy one,
Yeah,
I
go
guess, if that makes sense.
if you remember it, go ahead.
Oh, it's very quick though, like very, very quick.
Yeah, that's okay.
Okay, so my sister and my cousin were together, right? They
Hmm.
were driving down the road, like I said, very quick. It was very foggy and it was also very rainy. And it could be aliens, it could be like some other fucking myth shit, I don't know.
Yeah.
But what happened was they were driving and then all of a sudden my cousin stopped the car
Uh-huh.
and she said she saw something. It was shaped like a stick man. It was very tall. And my sister didn't see anything at all, but like my cousin was freaking the fuck out apparently. And then after a while, my sister saw it because they were parked there for like a good 20 minutes, like in the middle of road, nowhere.
Yeah.
And they were freaking out. And my cousin just drove through it and like it just disappeared, like right as they drove through it. But like they couldn't see like any details. It was like if you were like there's a smudgy window and then like there's like something out there that you couldn't smudge off, I guess.
Huh.
It was very weird. Very weird.
That is interesting. Huh.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, so I have only one personal UFO story. I try to think about it, and try to like kind of remember in my head, like, if I can find an explanation for it, and I've tried and I don't know. I have a possibility, but basically we I was on the way to school. My mom was driving me at the time. It was like sophomore year of high school, so I didn't have my like license yet.
Yeah.
So she drove me to school, and we were coming down this big hill that kind of goes down to where like our school or like my school was, and we were going down it, and I kind of like looked. I was just like looking around randomly, and I saw this thing in the sky, and it almost looked like a big fireball to where like you could see stuff shooting off of it, if that makes sense.
Dude, I think I actually saw something like that. You're just reminding me of
Maybe.
that. Go on though.
So I saw that, and it was in the sky, right? And I was so confused because it was fairly far away, but I was like, "Oh, is that a meteor?" But the reason I didn't think it was a meteor is there's two reasons I don't think it was. One,
Uh-huh.
it never moved. Like it stayed in the same spot as if it was like floating in one place,
Yeah.
which was really weird to me. It did not, I could not tell if it had a certain direction, right? And
Hmm.
then the second thing is, so we're going down this hill, and we're kind of going like away from it in a way. So it's kind of like sort of behind us, but we could like look back and see it.
Yeah.
And we're going down this curve around the hill, and we go behind a patch of trees. And when we get to the other side of the patch of trees, it went away. Like I could not find it in the sky anymore at all.
It's so fucking weird,
Which is
dude.
really fucking weird because if it was a meteor, I mean, they don't travel insanely fast, or at least some of them don't. But like, that was what was weird for me. It was like it went away, and I could not find it in the sky anymore. I didn't hear about any, and this was the time when I mean, I was using social media. I was only a sophomore, so I was like, oh, did someone see? Are we gonna get like meteor sightings? I saw nothing. Like no one talk about seeing a meteor or whatever, which was really weird.
Yeah.
We quick little side note: we actually had a meteor pass over a couple weeks ago. I was actually at work, and if you don't know, I do emergency services and like dispatch and whatnot, and we got a lot of calls about it, um, because people thought it was like a plane that had exploded, maybe, but turned out it was not a meteor. It was like one of those Falcon 9 rockets blew up when it came back
What
in
the
orbit.
fuck? Is it like some
The
Mr.
space,
Musk type, like
no,
Elon shit?
yeah, it was SpaceX. It was one of their
Dude,
SpaceX things blew up in the sky, and
dude, they're always blowing some shit up, dude.
dude, it's
I
so
swear to God.
I know. So it blew up in orbit, and people thought it was a plane that had blown up in the sky and crashed. And so we were trying to figure out if there was a plane. So we were like, I don't even know. I want to say we could have called the FAA or something like that because
Hmm.
that's like our protocol, but it turned out to just be that. No one was fine, like no one was hurt. It was unmanned, or it ended up being fine somehow. But
Yeah.
that reminded me of that. But yeah, I had that was the one UFO experience I had, and it's really weird. And I would think it was a meteor if it didn't disappear like it did, but
Yeah.
since it did, I don't have like an explanation for it.
That when you said like the fireball fucking thing, right? That reminded me of something that happened to me in sixth grade, I want to say.
Yeah.
And what happened was there was like these like you said, like these orbs, right?
Hmm.
And they were like bright red, and they were like very organized. They were up in the sky, and I told my mom about it, and she saw it, but she said like, oh, it's probably just like some satellites or something, right?
Uh-huh.
I started freaking the fuck out because they look like you know those Chinese lanterns that you light up for like that one
Yeah.
they look like that but very very high up and very big. And I
Weird.
was freaking out, and I tried to record the actual thing, and they weren't appearing on my phone at all. No matter how far I zoomed in, it would not show up on anything. I tried my mom's phone, I tried my brother's phone, it would not show up at all, like on like the fucking cellular device.
Yeah.
And I googled it, but like nothing alien like showed up, and apparently it was like witches. Apparently, they just like it's like some weird stuff. It was like witches. I don't know, but just like a quick side note to what you were saying.
Yeah. Do you think it could have been a hot air balloon?
I don't know, dude. It was late at night. Late at night
Okay,
when it
gotcha.
happened. Very
That's
late.
fair.
Yeah.
That's fair. Yeah, so that's the only like personal experience I had, which was really weird. I'm really intrigued with the whole UFO aliens stuff because I do believe it in a sense. Like I'm not gonna say I believe in the big bug eye whatever because that That's weird.
Those weird fucks.
And I do think that it's, in my opinion, I feel like a lot of UFO sightings are more than likely, um, either tests from like the government or whatever,
Yeah.
or other, you know, earthly things that we have not seen before, like other, like, you know, from other countries, maybe, who knows.
Yeah.
But I've always been fascinated with UFO stories, and I think it got to a point where, like, you know, when the Navy and like the, you know, the military was literally like declassifying these things last year or whatever, I was like, this is insane. They're like, they're proving that UFOs are a thing and that they've experienced UFOs. It
Like
doesn't
they've seen
prove
shit, you know?
it doesn't prove aliens, but
Yeah.
still, I thought, I'm like, that it's so cool that in our lifetime we were able to get sort of like a validation of that type of thing.
Yeah.
In my opinion, I thought that was pretty dope. So
That reminds me of a conspiracy theory that was actually going around last year when COVID first started. Apparently, I don't know if you've heard, but you know how the Israeli like space fucking dude that was in charge, like the vice president, I guess.
mhm.
He said that the U.S., Israel, and some other country were talking to aliens.
Huh.
And apparently, like people were saying how COVID was like a thing to get like people in their best behavior inside their houses. So if aliens showed up, they wouldn't freak out because apparently the whole thing was that aliens were kind of like, I guess, like afraid of what would happen to what we would react to them.
Yeah.
And you know how like COVID showed up and all that happened. Then like they were confirming a lot of UFO cases going on, how saying how like all this and that was happening around that
Yeah.
same year. And I thought it was making sense, you know, because aliens. He's the one to fucking see aliens.
So for
But
me, that leads me to the question, and the people who are watching can also answer this too. I'd like to see your answers. Do you feel like a government or a string of governments would coordinate such a large, not fake, but almost like a large attack on their own people just to conceal that type of thing? Because I mean, 500,000 people have died, in the U.S., right?
yeah,
That's a lot of people. I mean, you know, you can say what you want about 9/11, but I mean, that was 3,000 something people, but like 500, over 500,000 people in just America alone. I mean, do we really think that governments would like purposefully kill that many people just to
yes,
like,
dude.
I mean, do you like, that seems extreme in my
Look,
opinion.
I'm gonna be honest with you, right? If I was a government official high up and I could do whatever the fuck I wanted, right?
Yeah.
And and the Earth was
I would
overpopulating,
love for you to be a
I would,
politician.
dude. Like okay, if we were overpopulating, right, and I was a high official, right?
Hmm.
I would fucking make a virus to to like make people pass away because we're already overpopulated, and that's not stopping anytime soon. I'm not surprised if they made COVID to fucking control the population, so just so we wouldn't
Well,
fucking
I,
die sooner.
I'm gonna actually rescind my thing about you being politician because you just admitted to like genocide.
But
So
like no, but like wouldn't you do the same though if like you were
no,
high
I'm not
up? Like
kidding.
dude, it's like if you think about it, right, it's for the greater good, dude. Like if you think about it, right, like
I don't think overpopulation is an issue. I think
it's an issue, bro. Because like think about it, right? Think about Star Wars, right? Think about
uh,
Star Wars, right? In Star Wars, the world Coruscant, right? That fucking place, right? It's overpopulated as fuck. Where they
yeah,
dig down into the earth to put people down there,
the
and if it's not that, they go
bones,
to other Earth, like other planets, right? But we
bones.
can't go to another planet.
But
We're over
you
here,
do
over.
realize that Lucasfilms did not create Earth, right?
No, I'm aware, but like you know what I'm trying to say though, right? Like, would do you want the Earth to be overpopulated with people starving to death and like people being fucked up all the time, or would you rather like, be
But
like at least like
I
slow
don't think
down?
my remedy for that is killing people.
Well, I mean it's for the greater good, dog.
So
That's
yeah,
just my opinion. At least
yeah.
like
It's
I
that
don't know.
it's
I wouldn't want
your
it to
opinion.
happen, but like I mean,
I wouldn't want to
the
get
chance.
elected. I mean,
But
okay.
like I'm just saying, dude. I mean,
Yeah.
I I mean, I'm pretty sure they thought about it.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, so let's go. We're actually going to go into the paranormal stories because we have six. I have six lined up. So Bones, you can go to our DM chat. Go with the first one that I sent you in the list
Awesome.
because they're in order.
Okay.
So I'm going to read these out. These were from the Google Forums, and thank you guys for submitting them in the first place. And
Thank you. Thank you.
I'm gonna read them out. A disclaimer for the people who are watching that submitted it, or if I use yours. Um, for some of them, I did rewrite them in my own words only for the effect of me being able to read them out. I didn't change any elements of the story, just the wording. That's all. So just so you know, in case it sounds different than how you wrote it. Okay.
Excuse me.
Thanks, Bones. Cool.
You're welcome.
Okay, so we're gonna go to number 1. Okay. So I'm gonna read this out for everyone since this is people listening. It's listen only. They cannot see any of this.
Yeah.
A year ago, I had an online friend named Melon. That's not the real name. That's just the username. We used to play every day. One day, she wasn't online at all on Christmas Eve day. I checked her profile, went through some of her friends' profiles, and found a strange post. The post was from 3 years prior and said, "May you rest in peace," and then gave the actual name for the friend. I was shocked. The next time she was online, I asked if she had cousins or sisters, and she said she was an only child and no other children lived with her. I was freaking out, so I stayed away from the account. I'm not sure if it was a family member or not. This was submitted by Amir. So long story short, was playing with an online person. Turns out there's a post saying that they died 3 years prior. And we don't know who was using this dead person's account, basically, if that's it. So that is the first one.
Dude, what in the actual fuck? Dude?
That's what I thought when I read it. It's not as weird as the other ones we'll get to, but
yeah,
which is why I use
that's
it
pretty
first.
fucked though, dude. Like
that is really weird because
yeah.
that's like it feels like a Reddit creepypasta type thing, you know? Like
you're playing with someone just to find out they aren't the original person that they were. You know?
Yeah, but so it's like are you playing with a ghost or are you playing with someone who's using this person's account, which is kind of fucked up. I would imagine it's probably number 2, but for the sake of creepiness, do you think ghosts are like, fucking dope on the sticks?
Yeah, I think ghosts are pretty fucking hamming around.
Do you think ghosts are like
gamers?
like optic scum on COD,
Yeah, I fully think ghosts are fucking gamers, dude.
I would think so too, because they're like, ghosts are, when you think about it, they're invisible and whatnot, right? Like they I would imagine they just like have all like superior skills and superior like hand-eye coordination for keyboard or mouse. Do you think ghosts would play like Phasmophobia, or more do you think they're like COD?
Nah, they want to stay away from that undead shit,
Yeah, that makes sense.
They already know they're dead. They don't want to be extra dead.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I
Wait,
honestly,
who submitted that? Who was it?
his name is Amir.
Amir. And they're in this server then, right?
Supposedly, I think so. I hadn't seen that name around this server. But yeah,
maybe Amir's not real, dude. Maybe
maybe Amir's the fucking ghost. And
imagine how fucking creepy that would actually be, though. Fuck.
I didn't think about that. Shit. Okay.
A conspiracy theorist. Dude.
Shout out Amir. Like I hope you're
shout out to the ghost Amir.
Hope you're resting well. GG's. I'll pour one out for you later. So that is that's the first one. I think that I like that one because it goes along with like I thought he was meaning like friend on Discord, which it could have been. And then I'm like, is the ghost account in this server? Like, that would be nuts. Like, is there a melon in this server? I don't think I've seen a melon, but maybe there is, and that would be pretty crazy.
Realistically, though, I'm pretty sure it was like someone died, but then I'm pretty sure it was a family member playing on their account because just to remember, like, how their family,
when you buy a 3-year Xbox pass and then you die at year 1, you got to use the other 2 years, right?
Yeah.
Exactly. So it was probably just a family member, I would think.
I'm pretty sure,
more than likely. So, that's the first one. We kind of started off light. I wanted to kind of go in order of what I thought was creepier when I was reading them over. So we will move to number 2. Okay. I was going for a shower and both my hallway light and kitchen light were on. At the time, I was home alone with my older sister. I forgot something and went out and saw the hallway and kitchen lights were now off. I got so terrified that I went rushing to get the thing I forgot about and rushed back to the bathroom. I had turned the lights back on. Only a few minutes later, they turned off again, and the sink turned on as well. On my way back to my room, I heard tiny footsteps. I assume either my sister was messing with me or a ghost.
That's a duende, dude. That's a
Mm.
gnome.
And this was submitted by Noah, who is a staff member in this server. So thank you, Noah. But that's Keemstar. That's what I was gonna say. It could have been little Keemstar. I mean, maybe he was looking for drama and just couldn't find it, and so he had to go chase people in their houses. Yeah, asking if do you know anything about Ethan Klein? That's probably what he was happening. So
I don't. That wasn't that scary, dude. That just sounds like something that like would regularly happen, you know?
Well, I'm sure it was probably the older sister. And that's my assumption at least. But let's say hypothetically, because this is a paranormal episode, let's say that it was not the sister, and that this was in fact, paranormal shit. So, did you see that movie? I don't remember what it's called. It's not light. Is it Lights Out? Lights Out. It's like a horror movie from a couple years ago, where every time you turn off the lights or whatever, this like girl appears.
Yeah, then she like shows up and tries to fucking murder you.
I never watched the movie, but I saw the trailer. And yeah, that's what I would imagine. And honestly, I feel like that's kind of what we almost imagine, like most people do when they're like turning the lights off at home before they go to bed, that type of thing.
You see a fucking shadow with big ass hands.
Well, like as soon as you turn the light off, you're gonna look behind you and someone's gonna be there, right? Like that's what I think is gonna happen. And I don't like that feeling. That's why I'm never gonna watch that movie. By the way,
I don't even shower with my eyes closed, dude. I keep my eyes open the whole fucking time, dude.
Do you keep your eyes open underwater?
Yeah.
How?
I just do it, dude. I just fucking do it. Like even when I shampoo my hair, dude, I still have my eyes open. Like I don't care if it burns my eyes.
Damn.
I'm not gonna fucking die. I'm not dying, dude.
You're fucking built different. Damn.
I'm fucking constructed alternatively, dude.
That's crazy. No, I definitely close my eyes, but I definitely get that feeling though when I'm like turning off lights somewhere, especially when I'm going to bed like after maybe a recording and we're staying up late. Yeah, soapy eyes, pog. That indeed, yeah. Do you must have, so did you know that Johnson & Johnson, like the baby shampoo, right? That's classically says tear free. Did you know?
Fucking lies.
Did you know it actually means tear free, not tear free?
Tear? What do you mean tear free?
T-E-A-R, like if you tore like a piece of paper, tear.
Yeah, apparently, but like, what would you tear in the shower?
It's something to do with your hair, and that's what this is at least what I heard somewhere.
Oh,
I don't remember
so where. So maybe it's like, if you use it, it doesn't tear your hair out.
No, I don't think out. I think it's just like a term for something that could happen to your hair.
Well, then why would they have like an eye and like a little eye drop going down?
Do they? I know they have an eye. I know they have a drop, but I don't. I mean, maybe that person was lying. I don't know. Did I see? If I saw it on TikTok, they're probably lying.
Yeah, dude, TikTok's fucking inaccurate as shit, dude.
That's true. But yeah, no, what like you have to use, what type of shampoo do you use if you keep your eyes open?
I don't even, dude. To be honest with you, my fucking mom buys my shampoo, dog.
You don't even know what you would use.
I have long hair, right? I have extremely long hair. And I don't know how to take care of it very well, right? I'm still like, know. So like she just gets me whatever like won't like fuck up my hair,
Yeah.
It's like some like custom brand,
Yeah. Gotcha.
Yeah, I don't know. Like before that, I would use like fucking Head and Shoulders, like Old Spice, like some fucking, some like, yeah.
I use Head and Shoulders, and I have not tested how that does on my eyes. So maybe next time I take a shower, I'll test that out.
Oh, dude, mine burns, dude. Mine fucking burns.
Do you actually do it when you're shampooing? Like, why do you keep your eyes open? Like, literally, like legitimately out of fear, or what?
When I was a child, I had so much scary shit happen to me, like that. Like I just like I was always afraid of everything. I was afraid of Chucky. I was afraid of the Ring Girl. I was afraid of every single fucking scary movie that you would see, and I always thought they were real in real life.
I mean, fair enough.
Yeah, and from there on out, since I was a little kid, I've always had my eyes open. And the one time I had my eyes fucking closed, I heard some shit fucking fall. But like it didn't sound like, but it didn't sound like anything I know. I could have dropped like some shit,
Yeah.
And when that happened, I was like, fuck that. I'm keeping my eyes open. I'm not gonna fucking die, So now if like someone tried to sneak up on me with a knife, I'll fucking I'll punch through the glass and just fucking sock them
But if
right
there's
through it.
soap, if there's shampoo in your fucking eye, you're not gonna do shit, Bones.
Dude, I will fucking. I'm like Daredevil, dude. I can hear everything, dude.
Really?
I have like ultrasonic sound, dude. I have like that. You know what's that shit called that bats have? What's that called?
What?
Fucking sonar ray. The things that bat have, like, the clicking noise. They make clicking, and like, you can hear, you know.
Oh, sonar?
Yeah, I have sonar, dude.
You don't fucking have that. That's such a.
Oh,
You're not.
fucking
You're
sonar,
not a
dude.
bat. You're not a beluga whale.
Someone said, "How do you get shampoo in your eyes?" I just do, dude.
Oh, yeah, Ali. If you missed that, he keeps his eyes open when he does shampoos. Apparently.
I keep my eyes open everywhere.
Yeah.
Bones just screams and knows where everything. I do. I know where. I have everything precisely placed around. So like, if something even tries to fucking touch me, I will fucking. Oh, dude. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. I will fucking demolish what comes my way.
Oh, dude, I'm sure. I can't. That's what all. My parents used to do this prank where every once in a while when I'm showering, they would come in with like a cold thing of water and pour it on you like over the shower curtain.
Oh, dude, I hated that. I've done that before. Who had
that
that done to me
that is
before?
sadistic. That's like a torture method. That's like a certified torture method, in my opinion.
Dude, my brother used to do that to me just to mess with me, like just cause, not even a reason why, just to do it. And I was so fucking mad, dude. I despise my brother.
And that makes sense.
Yeah, fucking asshole, dude. Someone said, "Fuck, where was it? How do you clean your eyes?" I clean my eyes with a towel.
Okay. I don't think eyes need to be clean. That's just not a thing eyes
Like if it
need.
okay, so like if it burns my eyes, right? I will like grab my towel and I'll start like wiping my eyes.
Okay.
There's no more soap in there, you know? Just some
Yeah.
fucking Yu-Gi-Oh shit.
Okay. Well, let's move on to number 3 since we're just talking about shampoo. We're not even talking about the paranormal thing. Okay, so number 3. So this is actually from Allie, who's in the chat now. So Allie, here your story is going to be read.
Ali.
So my family are firm believers in the paranormal and that the souls of our ancestors watch over us when they pass on. One of my aunts is extremely close in age to me. She was born one of 2 twins. However, due to unfortunate circumstances, her twin sadly passed away while in the hospital. Fast forward a few years, and we were at her mother's house, where a large dark hallway stretches beyond the dining area. There's always a dark hallway. I recall spotting my aunt in this hallway and calling out to her, only for her to answer from the room behind me. Our family likes to think the twins are always connected, and the twin that passed away will always be with my aunt to watch over her. So thank you, Allie, for the submission, first of all. Um, Second, that's actually a really, like, in a way, like a wholesome story.
Yeah.
Normally I'd be freaked the fuck out and, run away, but the way you tied that all in,
It
is very
was like a
wholesome.
nice one, I suppose.
Yeah,
Like,
it's very wholesome. It's like,
yeah.
that she's with us and watching over us. It actually reminds me, my mom has kind of a story similar to that in a way. Um, she had a sister who died. I won't say how, because it's sensitive information.
Yeah.
Um, and she said that the like a week after, she was sleeping and was like visited by her sister. Um, but like in a loving way, like like everything's gonna be okay, that type of thing, which is really nice. And I would like to think that the afterlife is like that, or that when people pass away, that's what happens. Um, but initially, I'd probably be scared shitless if I saw someone and it turns out that they weren't real. But I think this is a positive way to look at it.
The paranormal.
Yeah, the paranormal, well, just like the ghosts and afterlife in general,
Yeah.
is it doesn't always need to be seen as some scary, sometimes demonic type thing. Like it's not always that.
Yeah, sometimes it's like nice stuff, just
Yeah,
vibing, good vibes.
yeah. So
My family's actually like that, like very similar to Ali. My mom had like an experience like that where she said that she saw her great grandmother, and they were very close and like stuff like that. And she'd always say that she would see my great grandmother with me when I was a baby and all that
uh,
stuff. And like she used to have like a bell, and I remember when I was a kid, I used to hear bells ringing. And
hmm,
I was like, "Mom, what is that?" And I'm like, "It sounds like a specific bell ringing." And my mom was so happy because that's your great grandmother. And I was like, "Okay, that's not creepy at all."
yeah.
Yeah, just quick thing. That's a good story though, Allie.
Yeah, thank you, Allie. Appreciate you. Yeah, no, I think that's honestly the most wholesome one that we're gonna get, by the way.
Yeah.
So we're gonna go into some weirder stuff now. Um, but yeah, no, I think it's a good thing. You know, and after my years of watching like ghost hunting shows and whatnot, like it's not very often ghosts are seen in that way. Or at least the idea of ghosts, because you know some people believe them, some don't. But I do think it's important to, especially when it's like a family thing, is you know understanding that's not scary. It's supposed to be um,
Awesome.
wholesome and reassuring almost. So yeah, but good story. I like it. Um, we're gonna take darker turns now, which is fun.
Oh wait,
Um,
there's more?
yeah, we I said that we had 6. We've only done 3.
I only saw 3. Oh shit, there they
Yeah,
are.
it's called
Okay.
scrolling down.
Are these ones scary? Like, are these ones scary?
Sort of. Yeah, in a way.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, I'm ready.
So number 4. Okay, this was submitted by an anonymous person, so I do not. I don't even think I got the name. One
Randomness.
one night we were going through a neighborhood that was an old slave burial ground with houses built over it. My mother has a gift where she can see ghosts.
What the fuck?
While driving, my mother started crying out, "I see them! I see them!" and that they were trying to enter her body. She then said her name was Bambusha. We started to pray as we tried to leave, and whatever was inside my mother said, "God won't help you here. Where was he when I prayed to him? I'm trapped in a hot box, begging him to help me." We finally got out, and I don't remember much from that night.
Bambusha?
Bambusha, yeah.
I'm gonna Google that.
You go ahead. Yeah, this was kind of the weirdest one. Yeah, that's fucking weird. Anything like possession related freaks me the fuck out. Honestly, like
What the fuck?
what the fuck was that?
What the fuck was
Who
that,
said
dude?
who said that? Call yourself
I have
out.
no fucking clue, dude.
Who the fuck said that? That scared the shit out of me, dude.
That's fucking yeah, dude.
Was that Dusk? Oh, was that Dusk?
Is Bambusha like an Indian sort of thing? Like, is it
I
like
don't
India
know.
stuff?
I don't know at all.
Like, Google that shit and
Dude, that
fucking
scared the
said,
shit out of me because it's a fucking female voice too.
yeah, that shit was
Like,
fucking.
oh.
It's like it was like a ghost trying to fucking correct us, dude.
Yeah.
Like, if you're
Okay.
gonna say my name, say it right, you know?
Yeah, it was definitely a staff member of some sort. Okay. Well, yeah, your computer's haunted, dude. Oh god, it scared the shit out of me. Okay. Yeah, no, everything like possession related freaks me the fuck out. The Conjuring is a really good movie that I think
Dude, the
had.
Conjuring movies are boring to me, to be honest.
Okay, I fucking get it, Bones. You're built differently. Okay.
Dude,
Now
I mean,
I
I'm just
fucking
speaking
loved.
facts, you know?
I love the Conjuring movies.
No,
Okay,
they're good, but like, you know, they could be better.
I love them with a passion. Now,
Yeah.
I really enjoyed how they did the, you know, the what is it called? Possession part
Yeah.
of that movie. I thought
Yeah.
they did
I
really
thought it was
well.
pretty funny.
And it was very okay.
I'm just saying, I thought it was pretty funny, dude.
Okay, well, I'm gonna stop
Yeah.
talking about the Conjuring, dude. I can't
No,
even
go on.
dude. I can't even have like good scary movies. What are you gonna like say that Insidious is fucking shit too? Is that what's about to happen?
No, Insidious is scarier, actually.
Fuck no, no way.
Really, dude? For me, it's terrifying.
Okay, Conjuring 2, in my opinion, is scarier than Conjuring 1, 100%.
Yeah, I
The
actually agree with
fucking
that.
nun. Oh my god. And sorry, I love the Conjuring movies, so I'm gonna go on a quick rant about the Conjuring movies, or at
Yeah.
least a scene in one. Okay, Conjuring 2, the fucking scene where with the daughter who goes
Oh
into that
shit! Yeah.
room with the fucking nun is one of the best scenes I've ever fucking watched in
Like when she
scary
walks out the
movie.
painting, right?
Yes, it's so fucking good.
Dude, fuck.
It is so good because the whole time you cannot tell if you're actually looking at the painting or the actor, right?
Yeah.
And it was such, oh my god, I like the pacing, the route, the just the aura, because they didn't even put like that much like music over it. And I think horror movies are so fucking good when they just let it be silent. Like just let it be silent. That's scarier to me than your fucking creepy violins.
Yeah, because if you put the violin, you expect it, you know, like
Exactly.
Like,
Keep it silent. Oh my god, I would love to watch a horror movie that's only silent, like literally no music at all.
Dude, my favorite part from The Conjuring 2 was the part when the Rottweiler turned into the Crooked Man.
Oh
You know that one?
yeah, I wasn't too like
Really?
crazy
That
about
shit
that.
fucked with me, dude. I was like,
Oh,
damn, that's a
Bambusha
tall ass dude.
is an Indian thing. Wait,
Is it? It is or isn't?
Bambusha, realm of Indian traditional medicine. Okay, well
Uh,
that's not possession at all.
is
That's
it bambushpa and bambushka?
Bambusha is how they spelt it, but
Okay.
yeah, but yeah, I sorry, I love the Conjuring movies. I fucking love them. So yeah,
Kiss the homies goodnight.
but hopefully your mom is okay. I'm glad that it seemed like everything was fine once you got out of the neighborhood. I definitely believe in possession, in some way, shape, or form.
I
Uh,
find it interesting that you're atheist, but you believe in the supernatural.
yeah, and I
I
struggle with
find
that
that
too.
very
I
interesting.
definitely struggle with that too because like you almost like can't be an atheist to believe in ghosts or at least like demonic stuff in possession because then
Yeah,
that kind of
because
signifies like hell and whatnot.
because
I see
creepy
it
shit
more.
happens,
I
dude.
see it more as bad energy and like
Bad
the demons
energy.
who possess people are like parasites. Like that's what
What
I
the
see.
fuck?
You know, like like the same way parasites are in like leeches are parasites, right?
Trying to
Um,
fucking leech off of me, dude.
yeah, exactly. So, okay. Well,
Next one.
we're gonna move on from possession. That was number 3 or was that 4? I think that was
That
4.
was 4.
Okay, number 5, submitted by
Anonymous.
anonymous. I know who this is, but they wanted to be anonymous.
No.
This really isn't much of a paranormal thing. At least it could be, but I don't know if it is for sure.
Okay.
This happened when I was 14 and home alone. It was about 10 p.m. I was just coming out of the bathroom after brushing my teeth when I heard my front gate swing open and my dog barking. I crossed the hall and saw someone run past the window. I was able to barely make out what the figure looked like, some insane, drugged, and paranormal middle-aged man. I began
Like
to
a
hear,
crackhead.
yeah, I began to hear banging and shouts from the back, which scared the hell out of me. A few minutes later, the man had left the premises. I was somewhat nervous as my bed was right next to a window. I made sure to lock all my doors and windows before going to bed.
Yeah.
So this isn't really like the most paranormal thing. Like it could have been a ghost. It could have been like a burglary ghost.
I think it's a fucking crackhead, dude.
I think it's just,
I think it's
yeah,
a fucking crackhead, my guy.
it's most likely just a crackhead.
But
Um,
like, if it is paranormal, that'd be pretty fucking creepy. Because imagine just seeing like some fucking crackhead ghost guy just fucking running across your house, you know?
yeah, I mean, do you think ghosts are scarier if they're crackhead ghosts?
Yeah, dude. I mean, they'll offer you more crack than normal, dude. That's the scarier part.
Ghosts on steroids, yeah. Yeah, I think ghosts that are high, if it's not like marijuana, that'd be creepy.
Yeah.
But I think this is more of a real thing where I think a lot of people get worried about in emergency services term prowlers, which is people who don't try to get into a residence, but they're kind of like on the premises. Um, I certainly get scared of that when I'm home alone. Um, it's very weird because people could always break in at any time. Someone could break into my window right behind me right now if they really wanted to. But that's
Dude,
not going to
someone
happen.
actually broke into our house a few years ago, but then I think my dad just beat the fuck out of them.
Okay, so it was your dad was there inside.
Yeah, like my dad sleeps in the living room, like just for fun.
Mm.
Sounds weird, but like the dude just like broke in and he just fucking beat the fuck out of him.
Honestly, well, I feel like that's one of my biggest fears is someone breaking in like while I'm sleeping.
America.
That's one of my biggest fears is someone breaking in when I'm sleeping because one, I don't own a gun. I don't. I own a fucking bat and I played baseball, so I know how to fucking use it. But that it just scares me because you never know. Jakey, you're in America. Oh my god, I don't need a fucking gun. I also
Yeah,
have
dude, you need a fucking
I
Glock or something,
don't
dude.
need a Glock, dude. I just
Like
don't.
even like we're not like my family isn't really towards violence, but like if violence is involved, we'll get very fucking violent, you know?
Okay.
Like
Dude,
we're violent people,
I
dude,
like
but
it's
like we
hard,
like
man.
peace.
I'm we're friends and all, but I don't know if I want to meet you in person after the way you talk sometimes. Dude, it makes me scared.
I'm just
Like,
speaking
dude,
facts, dog. Like,
dude,
dude, like my sister is the scariest person in my family.
yeah, how's
I'm
that?
genuinely scared of her.
Or why is that?
'Cause she's fucking terrifying, dude.
Okay.
Yeah, it's hard
Yeah.
to explain,
Yeah,
but yeah,
sorry. Yeah,
she,
I'm
yeah.
JakeyTLive does not I don't flex my second amendment. I just don't I don't have any reason to gun. I've never shot a real gun.
You never shot a gun?
No. Well, I've never shot a real gun, right?
Dude,
Like,
are you sure you're American, dude?
I don't know. I could be Canadian. I don't
You
know.
could be, dude.
I've been to
Half
Canada
Canadian.
once, and Canada's fucking dope. So if any Canadians are watching or listening, shout out to y'all. Um, but no, I don't feel like I need a gun. I don't care for guns, really.
I don't know, bro.
I
I feel
don't,
like every family at least needs one gun.
not to get political, but I really don't think people need more than a handgun, anyways.
Like, no, yeah, a handgun is fine, and a fucking minigun is not fine, dude.
No, yeah. So
Yeah, no, you don't need a 50 cal sniper in your fucking house, dude. Like, what are you gonna
yeah,
do? Fucking shoot across the U.S.? No, you
yeah.
know.
Yeah, and I kind of feel weird talking about the Second Amendment now after all the crap that's fucking happened in this country the last couple days.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, so um, but yeah, that's just one of my fears. I just don't know why, and not that it would happen because I live in an apartment complex, so it's highly doubtful that'll ever happen, at least while I live here. But yeah, so hopefully it doesn't. It better not. But we'll move on to our last one. This is gonna be the last. Here, 1 second. One time I was in some traffic. I looked at my GPS. I'm assuming that's what you meant. It sensed a person walking around my Toyota. I looked out the dashboard window. No one was there. Creeped me the fuck out.
Wait, where's this?
Yo, that's actually kind of fucking creepy.
Wait, where is this? Oh, I see
In the
it.
chat, yeah. Okay, that's
Okay.
actually fucking weird. I'm gonna be honest. Yeah, I, I get that feeling around. Like, don't like Teslas have the fucking monitor too?
Yeah, dude, Tesla. There was a dude freaking the fuck out on TikTok because it said someone
Yeah.
was riding a
Okay.
bicycle next to him, and there was nothing there.
Yeah,
And then all of
I
a sudden, there
remember
was like
that.
20 bicycles.
I don't remember that part, but I do remember seeing a TikTok where a dude was in his Tesla and it kept saying someone was there and no one was, and it kept like it was going like the sensor was going on and off and whatnot. But yeah, that was fucking
It's
weird.
fucking,
Okay,
dude, fuck a Tesla, dude.
yeah. Well, I may get one eventually if y'all fucking subscribe. Okay, we're gonna lose to our last one. Our last story here. This is submitted by Vay, who's in the chat right now. So
Vey.
we're gonna read yours. I did make some like wording changes, but nothing that changed the story itself. When I was 10 years old, my mother was watching TV in the living room where our hallway meets up. She looked and saw a kid who looked like myself. The kid was wearing a red short sleeve shirt. After a minute of looking and my mother saying a few words to the kid walked down the hallway. She thought the child was me, but then remembered I had been wearing a black long sleeve earlier, so she assumed I switched shirts. My mother walked down the hallway and looked into my room to see I was dead asleep with my black long sleeve still on. The timing made it too quick for me to have changed shirts quietly enough. She asked me the next day if I had went into the living room, and I had no memory of that, but at that night I did have a dream that I walked down the hallway and looked into an empty room. This was the first and spookiest encounter with the kid in red, but not the last.
Oh shit.
Um,
You even gave it a name, the kid in red. That's fucking creepy.
So first of all, I would suggest reaching out to the Vatican because you definitely have. If that's not the only one you've had, you need to get exercise maybe because the kid in
Wait,
red could
so
still be with you.
that's not the that wait, so there's more?
No, this is the only one he submitted,
Oh, okay.
but the thing is that he said that this was not the last encounter he had with the kid in red or that his family did, which is
What
interesting.
the fuck?
So,
That reminds me of the
he said he's
doppelganger
had
theory.
three other experiences, which is
3 others. Holy shit,
damn.
dude.
Yeah, you have like a legitimate like problem.
Doppelganger. Dude, yeah.
Oh, that's really weird. Yeah, so that that is definitely like a movie sequence. Like,
From
yeah.
Inception, dude.
Why the fuck Inception?
Because Inception's fucking awesome, dude.
Okay,
That's the only reason.
that has nothing to do with Inception. But yeah, no, I that's a really good story. I think that's
Yeah.
really intriguing because not only does it have you got a 2-for-1 here. You not only do you have a ghost story, you have an astral projection story possibly too.
Yeah.
Which
You could be projecting yourself into your fucking reality, dog.
yeah, I mean astral projection is something that doesn't get mentioned a lot, but I think is a super interesting phenomenon that people have.
Yeah.
If you don't know what astral projection is, it's when you're sleeping and you dream like outside of your body and you can like see the world around you or you can like watch yourself sleep basically. Um,
It's also like some more creepy stuff to it though. Apparently the more you do that, the more chances you have of your actual body being fucking snatched.
is this peer reviewed?
What?
Is that type of information peer reviewed by scientists?
I don't know, dude. That's just what I heard, dude.
Yeah. No,
It's
I think that's a really interesting thing, or theory. It's not been proven that this is
yeah.
a thing
No,
that
yes,
can happen.
the theory of film theory.
Yeah, and it could very well be either imagination or kind of like Vay said, sleepwalking could be kind of part of it too. Maybe you're not totally unconscious. Um, that's kind of what I think is most likely what's happening, or you're dreaming and kind of assuming what you would look like. In my
Vale's
opinion.
case reminds me of the doppelganger theory, and it's like a theory, right? Where have you ever heard like your mom, for example, like call your name, but then she never called your name?
Yes, I have.
Apparently, that's a doppelganger that called you out, and apparently, if you actually go to like a doppelganger, you fucking die.
Bro, you're gonna bring up some creepier shit because my thing is like that. That reminds me of the movie. Have you saw the movie Us?
I have not, but I want to.
Dude, honestly, like that's what that reminds me of. Having a doppelganger, and that shit freaks me the fuck out. Just the idea that you could have one. Um, not trying to be super spoiler here, but it kind of is a spoiler. So if you haven't seen Us, you may want to mute me for a second. Um, but the idea of having like a doppelganger like underground in like a secret civilization, and like waiting
Yeah,
to like rise up,
yeah, yeah.
against the normies like us. That freaks me the fuck out. Not that I think it's real, obviously, but that would be really fucking crazy. Um,
My the doppelganger theory is fucking terrifying. In
yeah.
reality, you do like if you hear your mom fucking call you and you swear your mom is somewhere else and you walk into that fucking room that you supposedly heard your real mom, do not fucking walk in there at all.
Yeah.
Like there's like I don't know if it's true or not. Like I said, it's just a theory, but like I heard like I heard a story where this kid went missing because of that.
Huh.
Something like that. Yeah. So like I don't know for sure, you know.
Yeah. It's a weird thing to think about because there has been times where I've swear if someone said my name and no one said anything.
Yeah, so
So
have I.
that's weird
Fucking
to
terrifying.
yeah, that freaks me out a little bit. Okay.
That's why I FaceTime my mom.
Yeah, but yeah, so to kind of wrap everything up, first of all, everyone who submitted a story, thank you so much. We appreciate it.
It's just
I'm sure we'll probably do like audience submissions in the future for things too, because I think it's fun and it's a way to kind of get people engaged a little bit. Um, so
what do you miss? You missed everything.
huh?
It's because get the fucking holy water said what I missed, so I'm like you missed everything.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. So, but yeah, to wrap it up, thank you so much for submitting your stories. You guys had some really creepy stories, which is great, and maybe not great for you, but certainly entertaining. And I really intrigued to listen to that type of stuff, especially with the experiences that I've had. It's really cool to hear other people who have had other paranormal experiences as well, or at least unexplainable type things. So
Happened to them.
yeah. So
Yeah. Which
I
one was your favorite actually?
out of the one we've read, I think Vase is probably the most interesting in my opinion.
Yeah.
That's why I kept it for last.
I like vase, but at the same time I like the melon one just because like that one gets you
Yeah,
thinking, you know?
it feels like the premise of like a short horror movie,
Yeah, yeah.
in a
I feel
way.
you, dog.
Definitely weird. But yeah, so that is gonna be it for the Good Boys podcast for
Yeah.
episode 10. I do not know what the next one's going to be about, but we will try to figure it out by then. It'll be out sometime next week. This podcast, if you're watching on YouTube, is going to be up right now as you're watching it. But if you're listening, it will be up tomorrow, which is really cool. But yeah, if you were here, thank you so much for listening to us. We would love to do more live podcasts in the
Yeah, this
future.
was fun. I like this one.
It's fun to interact with you guys a little bit here. But yeah, so I think that's going to be it from us.
Yeah.
We will see you later.
The Good Boys podcast has been sponsored by real estate.
The Good Boys podcast has been sponsored by Audible. If you go to
State
audible.com
Farm.
/ The Good Boys, you will get 80,000% off your next J.K. Rowling book. J.K. Fuck. Fuck her. Okay, bye.
I see. Oh fuck, that was weird. Fuck.